Good evening. Ah, crap, I forgot to mute that. Yeah. Go away. Don't want no echoes. Do one. Thank you very much. Last night went so well making these. Now that I've painted them somewhat. It's basic black undercoat and Mod Podge for now. But I was quite happy with them, so much that I'm going to do bigger ones. However, I did also promise somebody else that I would let them know when I was going to do this. Because, well, they was complaining last time that they actually missed it. So I will be just 2 seconds while I go do something. And let me do that. There we go. So that bit's done. That was the easy bit. Now for the less easy bit. How do I do this again? Oh yeah, I do that. Because I'm sat here on my Jack Jones and I don't really look at the chat much. So if people chat, I don't always see it. So yes, you will notice I've got my keyboard in view this time. So yes, my 4 rocks from last night appear to have gone quite well. The Mod Podge and black has worked, which is always good. I've just realised that although I've got a viewer, that viewer is me. So very sad once again that I am having to watch my own videos, but never mind. So made 4 little diddy things last night. This time we have 2 bigger ones. It's going to be so much easier just to stack them up nicely where I can't. Well, get down here, you bugger. Ow, I hurt my ears. How you doing, man? Nice to see you again, Joey. Thank you for joining me. I'm doing bigger ones this time, much bigger ones, but they're still not cut out, so I've got to cut all these things out. Trust the big blade again. And can I get that down any better? Try and reposition this thing because this arm isn't the best in the world. Neither is this phone for that matter. There we go, that's a bit better. So, for God's sakes, I've got to do this like 90 bazillion times just to make sure that people understand what's going on. And that I'm bloody busy now. So let's get a copy of that so they realize that I'm busy. Let's see if that works. Yeah, we'll find out. I hope so. There we go. Right, so back to what I was doing. I was more thinking you might actually, obviously it's a Hollywood name. You get a lot of wrestlers on there, so I was thinking, it's a change for you, Mike. Something different. I know you got a fair few views from that singer you did the other day. And as Squirrel and EB will tell you, that British market is ripe for stuff. So, yeah, go for it, man. If you can get somebody like him on. I mean, he's star of The Witcher on Netflix. He's the current Superman. which can never be a bad thing, really. Yeah, who did you interview? I interviewed Superman. Yeah. And it should be a good viewer for you. It may even get you a few more subscribers because it's quite a popular name worldwide, not just over here in the UK, because Justice League, Man of Steel, all that lot. It's a very good thing. What I was thinking, yeah, if you can get even a remotest connection for him to get on and pique his interest, just to go, oh, right, somebody doesn't just want to talk to me about, you play Superman, you play whatever the guys call out of bloody Witcher. I can't remember. I didn't like the first game, so I'll never give the others a go. But if you can get him, at least pique his interest, is a possibility you might actually get him on. Because us Warhammer folk, fuck, already I've been on for what? I've been on for 6 minutes and I've got you fuck knocker. I don't give a shit. Remove. Go away. Fucking arse stain. Stupid fucking Russian bot shit. Such a nice way to start. So yeah, tonight I'm cutting out bigger chunks, considering the painting on the other last night's project went pretty dang well. In fact, I should be able to bring that up now. And I've not done the bottoms, but yeah, basic rock tones cutting in. They're not too bad. They're not too bad. Bit of filling in to do. And I've realised I've missed some stuff. But yeah, it's done. It's great. Tablets haven't kicked in yet, so I can wield the knife. Slowly going to kick in, though, but I only took them an hour ago, so I should be safe. I did get complaints off Erie that she missed, so I have sent her a tag out to say, look, I'm going live this time, just so I don't end up in the bad books. But yeah, if you do anything, well, I'm subscribed to you anyway, so if I see Henry Cavill pop up as an interview, I'll know that he got back to you. Just got to cut off big chunks of this stuff now. Make sure that it follows the line of what I want the base to be. But it ain't that easy to cut through. Well, it is easy to cut through, but keeping the shape of the damn stuff ain't that easy. Ain't that easy. The this knife blade bends. Pain in the rear end. Or the ass, depending what you want to call it. Trying to stay a little bit more PG-13 tonight. Not that it's gonna work. Already started with the word fuck. Yeah, telling somebody to call them an ass name because they're a bot. So that worked very well, didn't it? Now I'm going to do this wiggly bit. I have no idea what nice long, yeah, trying to cut down that bit. So how's you been doing today, mate? I know you've been a damn sight a lot better than me because you went shopping yesterday. Don't snap the blade. And I've had one or two issues I've had to deal with. No worries, man. Kids come first, as always. I understand. So yeah, wonderful technique of just don't cut towards yourself when you're using very sharp knives. I'm trying to keep some of these bits so I can fill in. I want this one to actually raise up and then go over as a bridge. Whether or not that works, well, we shall see. If not, I've at least got two very big base rocks to cut from. Not a very clever way of doing it is cutting towards yourself, because if I slip, that's going right into my leg. Oh, I can't do it that way. I'm going to have to. I can't do it that way either. I'm going to have to go at it this way. I really could use a hot wire cutter to do this. No, let's just take it off in pieces and we'll worry about the shaping afterwards. So much waste, so much waste. Really don't want to snap it because this stuff just goes all bubbly if you snap it. So I can really do some nice clean cuts in there. Some really nice clean cuts. Get off. Why does this stuff generate so much static? Stupid. Just get off. Does not want to work for me, does it? No, does not want to work for me. Are you going to come off smoothly? Yeah, there we go. How about you? Are you going to cut through smooth? Yeah, that was a good cut. That was a good cut. Just try and get that snug in. There we go. So now we have pretty much the shape of base rock. Yay. That works. It works. It's a damn sight a lot bigger than what I was doing last night. In fact, I think I can fit the entire set on there if it was to work nicely. Still drying a bit though, that Mod Podge and paint. Come on, fit on. Just to see if I'm right. More curious than anything. I can at least get the three larger of the ones out there, and obviously the little one can there go in the middle then. And then it's nice and done. Let's make sure I'm not the only viewer watching myself, because otherwise that confuses the shit out of me. And really need to clean up that edge on that piece. And a couple of little bits on there. So they're not actually finished yet. This isn't going to be a long one tonight because I don't intend to paint them as well. Although I could, I suppose. Should I paint them? I'll make that decision afterwards. Let's see how we go on with just the cutting for tonight. I'm using a bit of a different... I'm using a different phone for my camera this time, so I can actually use the back cam. So hopefully I've got a better resolution. No idea what resolution it's actually broadcasted in. I don't think it's 1080. But if I can get a 720 out of it, I'll be happy. Shave those like, don't rip, you piece of shh. Yeah, it's ripping. I'll just shave that off just to keep it neat. And then risk slicing my finger off to get out the extra thin pieces of polystyrene gone. Welcome back, Joey. Thank you very much for joining me again. Is the boy okay? I hope so. My boys decided he was going to be a little shit through part of today. And then he was all right for a while, and then he decided at bedtime, nah, he was going to be a pain. And again, hopefully I've only got another year of it, and then he'll start growing out of it. And a nice long wait until he becomes a teenager. Right. So, base number 1. Let's put you over there. Oh, and we're going to put all these extra bits. I just plonk them there for now. Sort them out in a bit. Story of my life. Stick it to one side till it can be asked dealing with it. Now to follow you. Yes. Son of a bitch. Oh, that was a nice clean one. Hey. No, it wasn't. It didn't go through there, did it? There's still an edge around there where it's not done. And I'm still a dumbass. I am still a dumbass. Do you know something? One day I'm actually going to remember to do all this crap. Make sure that's like that. Do that. Copy that. Then I can close it. And then go back to there. And then did I do that one? And did I do that one? Yes, I did. So I don't even have to do that. I can just do... I can just do that. Right. Remembered everything this time. Memory. Not the best in the world, but at least I did. Because it was only yesterday I stood half a chance. Had a bit of fun last week. Which is why I didn't get... I was supposed to do this. The fuck off. See, this stuff's just... Yeah, there you go. Sticks to your fucking hand. I was supposed to do this last week. But, yeah, found out that after having a bit of a lockup, Mrs. got me upstairs for my own safety. So I was out of the way of everything, weren't going to fall over, weren't going to lurch into anything. Ended up having a bit of a nap. Kind of woke up, my brain woke up. Well, for some reason, I could not open my eyes, could not move my mouth, could not move any part of my body. All I could do was listen to the little one running around upstairs causing chaos. No idea how long I was there. Quite a scary thing, actually. Really should phone my neurologist about that. Let them know. So instead, I decided to go on YouTube with a big sharp knife. Probably told you that last night, but still quite concerned about that one. For fairly obvious reasons. Paralysis, not good. See, this is what happens if I attack. I told you I would let you know, Eerie. I told you I would let you know if I was going live again. So I tagged you in it first and then realised that the channel I was on, I might as well tag the host in it. Because rather than just invite his missus, seems a bit dodgy. Are you still at work or are you at home this time? Yeah, I don't look at the camera very much when I'm doing this. So forgive me if I'm not paying attention to chat as much as most other YouTubers who are live would do. I'm more concerned with fingertips. I did not go all the way. You son of a... See, this is why you're not supposed to snap it, because otherwise you get that bloody bobbly stuff from the polystyrene. It's not very nice. And it's a lot harder to get rid of than you think. Tell you what, seeing as you said that, where's my other phone? I will send you a friend's request, so if it happens, you can message me and get me in there, and I'll Warhammer up the questions up for you if you want, or at least give you some basic ones to be able to ask him that he might be slightly impressed you've heard about. Like, why did he choose the army that he chose? Why? What does he think about the current state of the game, etc.? To him, the price hikes don't mean shit all, so that won't be a very good one. I mean, everyday schmoes like me who've just been priced well out of the game, it makes a big difference. But yeah, by all means, I will help you out on the Warhammer questions. In fact, if you put the fact that you're interviewing Henry Cavill about Warhammer, you'll may be surprised at how many people actually get on board and come and watch it. You may get inundated with questions from chats and people that you've never even heard of, which I suppose would be a good thing. All right, let's clean up that edge so it's not bubbly. I'm supposed to be having a game at some point this week. Nice 2,000 pointer. Finally getting to test my Space Marine Eradicators out, along with my Aggressors and my Blade Guard Veterans. Problem is, he's also taking some very nice, hefty, and chunky melee units, which I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to deal with. But then again, Bolter Fire deals with most things to a certain degree. I think rocket propelled automatic machine gun, if you're wondering what a bolter is. Thank you very much. That will help. Although he's in the UK as well, he lives in Kent, so it'll probably help him out as well. But if I'm specifically going to be there to help, I'll make sure I schedule time for it. Hey, how often do I get to go up and panel with 2 stars, eh? And that's even if I get on panel. I probably you won't let me on panel, but I'll at least be in the chat room, and I'll think of some questions in the meantime, just on the off chance. Because he'll be expecting Superman questions and movie questions and Hollywood questions. Oh, come on. Don't you dare tear on me, you son of a whorebag. There we go. That is nice. Okay, so we have 2 nice big flat surfaces now. Actually, that one's bigger than the other one. Right. I'm going to make this match up. I've got to put the layer lines in the damn things again. Although I can guarantee almost one thing. He will have never have heard of me. Not even in the slightest. Get off! Fucking hate static. Right. Now. Back onto Deep Grooves. I know this was boring as shit last night. So anyone who sat there for the full 2 hours, that was sat there just carving lines into foam. Fair play to anyone who managed to last a full 2 hours. Because to be quite honest, I'm surprised I did. But the lines came out right. Just got to wait for them to dry properly, and then I can give them a dry brush with some browns and some greys and some yellows, maybe a bit of ochre in there. Just to get the nice colours in. But everybody does kind of a marsh and landscape type thing for it. So I'm thinking I might do a little bit different. I might go for a browny greeny effect. If that works. I might completely fuck up hours and hours and hours of work, but you never know till you try. And this is giving me a nice break from having to paint blue and red and all the other basic colours that I've had to paint over the last few months. And I've still not managed to catch up from my fuck up, which is not good. So lots and lots and lots of layer lines. Then I can start breaking them out, making a complete mess of my desk. How do Thrash? Thank you very much for joining. If anyone actually wants to come up, again, same rules apply. Limited people will be allowed up. So if you've got one of them weird, strange Russian names and I've never heard of you, guess what? You ain't getting up. If you are anyone from the modeling community or anyone from the community that I speak to on live streams, then feel free. If you've got questions, I'll try and answer. If you just want to chat, I can just chat. But yeah, as I was saying to Erie, Joey already knows this because he watched a bit last night. I don't look at the camera too much because, well, that's a fucking sharp knife and I don't want to cut myself. Yeah, feel free to come up, man. Talk hobbying, we talk horses, talk music, bitch about people, bitch about life. There we go. We have Thrash Life is added green. So how do I make this? There we go. We'll put Pam up there in the corner.
What you making tonight?
Where you? Why can't I hear you?
You can't hear me? No here? No
I
here
turn
here?
the volume down or some shit?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me
Have
check
you
my
turned the volume
side.
down? No, I can't hear jack diddly shit from you, man. What have I done? What have I done? Xbox can. That fucking hurt. Right,
Yep.
so my headphones are turned up.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, your mic is not muted.
No.
Nope. Right. Knife goes down. Technical issues. I can't hear Thrash. Why can't I hear Thrash? Erie can hear Thrash. Why couldn't I hear Thrash? I'm feeling quite done in now. Is this a personal thing? Is this? Let's close that just in case it's interfering. Hello. No, I don't want to edit thrashes.
Ooh. Can you hear me now?
No, nothing.
Yeah,
I have got nothing coming from you, Thrash. And I don't know why. No, don't edit mic settings. No, fine. You should be okay. You should be good to go. Why the hell isn't it blinking?
Hmm.
All right. I shall not hear Thrash. English only. English and American Sign Language is different. So, yeah, I can do the A, E, I, O, U. Fuck off. But I can't do the American Sign Language. I don't understand that one. I can do a tiny bit of the British Sign Language. Settings. Why are you not letting me hear people? Guests. Guest views, comments. Yes, no guest bands. Audio avatars set to that much. Yep, that's fine. Is it one plug? Check my local computer. Fuck Discord. It's far too loud now. Fuck that. Opera's using my microphone. Yes, I know. The local settings are set to run through there like it should be. Yeah, it's running through the USB. Options. Nope, you're okay. You're like you're supposed to be.
Oh, still can't hear me.
What the? See, I had Joey up last night and I didn't have a problem.
Maybe you go out and then come back in. You guys can hear me, right?
Come back in.
Yeah. Thanks, Captain. Can you hear me, Captain? Oh, I wonder what that is, man. Weird. So, yeah, Captain can hear me. Chat can hear me, so I know mine's good. You're muted right now, Laz. Yeah, something something screwed up, Laz. Can you hear me? Okay, we can't hear you. You're muted right now in StreamYards. You want me to yodel for you? Thanks, Joey.
Is that working now?
Yeah, I can hear you. There you are. Well, you were. Now he's going to play around.
Right, that should work now.
There you go.
Right, now I can hear you and you should be able to hear me.
So are you running off a different setup? Do you have like are you running off a computer, but your audio screwed up, so you have to use your phone?
Well, normally what I've got is an Xbox One pad that runs through USB into the back of my computer, and I run a headset through there.
Okay.
Because of the wire is just too short otherwise. But for some reason, this time I've had to plug the headset into the phone and use the phone's headset.
Weird. Huh.
Yeah. Very odd.
Maybe you have to reboot what you run through.
Well, it
So
was a fresh boot up, so
yeah.
it shouldn't have had
So
that
bigger
problem,
rock
really.
for 40K terrain. So this is you're building a foam you're building terrain.
Yes,
Cool.
from polystyrene. Last
Nice.
night
Yeah, I
I
saw what you
built.
did last night. That was freaking cool. Yeah.
So those were the 4 that I did last night, which I've
Yes.
painted up today in Mod Podge. But as you can see, those 4 that I did last night fit onto this one. So this is a lot bigger. Now this is hopefully going to be a bridged version. So it's going to get layered up again
Yeah.
and then layered up again to be able to have a gap in the middle to fit that big fucking tank thing under.
Yeah. So the little ones look like English pudding. The black pudding.
They do a little bit actually, yeah. I don't advise frying them up
Don't
though
eat
because they're
them.
going to have some real toxic smells,
Uh,
which is
I
why
know.
I'm having to use a knife rather than my homemade hot knife, which
It
I
was
can't
funny. We
use
were on
inside.
last night, and you were gonna stop, and Erie came up, and she's like, "I just got here, restart."
I know,
And
no,
then I came
no,
on
but
today, and I see Erie on. I'm like, "How come she's not up here?"
uh, you ever tried getting Erie on camera? I can't even get Erie
No,
on
I
camera
never
on the Discord.
have. Joey needs to get up
E-
here for a bit.
Joey's more than
I
welcome to
know.
come up here.
I know. JV is gonna go live. We're gonna go live here in a little bit. I was waiting for him to get home and stuff, and saw you were up, so I wanted to stop by and say, "Hey."
No worries, man. No worries. Thank you very much for the time.
Oh, any support, man.
Plus, it means that somebody's actually looking at the comment section while I'm trying not to cut my finger off.
Hey, they just called you an a-hole.
Yeah, that's about
Harry.
right. Ariel call me a cunt, fucking douche canoe, fucking all sorts of shit. Ariel call me all sorts of stuff. She even tries to do me out of business deals sometimes.
Well, that sucks.
We trying to sell EB and Chadio to various different people. I was trying to sell Chadio to a donkey farm as a prepper. He was going to try and pimp out Alan to some like wealthy pensioners over here. Yeah, we was going to do Blake as a budget option if they couldn't afford EB. You are right there, Eric.
Right.
But all that fell through when, see, Alan, being the businessman he is, decided, nah, I'm just going to take control of this shit.
There you go.
So he's just going to pimp himself out to the English wealthy middle and upper class.
Yep.
Wonder how that goes.
So now you're pretty much just doing some texture to it.
Yeah, this is it's inspired by the rocks that you have over there, Grand Canyon style, because the rocks we have over here are all lumpy and bumpy and have jutting out bits, and the rocks you have over there are all nice and layered and sedimentary, and that's nice and easy to do. All you have to do is hack at it for
your
a little
island
bit.
was at the bottom of the ocean at one time, so
It was.
So it's all sediment, kind of.
Well, we've still got some of it that's at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, we got the granite, limestone, the quartz. I've been to Grand Canyon a couple times in my life.
We've got some of that over here up in Scotland. There's apparently some rock in Scotland that, for some reason, apart from that small area, is only found in the States.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember what type of rock it is, so it kind of shows that they were connected at one point. But yeah, we get the limestones and all that nice soft chalky rock, and
the chalky rock,
all the clays. We do get some granite, so we can get that, but granite is hard to do as a texture out of what is essentially polystyrene.
Yeah.
whereas this stuff is just so
So
much
with
easier.
all these kind of quote unquote models that you do you do like do you make like scenes or anything? Do you do stuff
It's
like
for a
that, or
game. It's a
which game?
game. Warhammer 40,000.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I should have 40k somewhere written. I think I've
Yeah.
got 40k. Yeah, 40k terrain. Yeah, it's a game set in the year 40,000. So yeah, I played a load of genetically modified humans that
Is it
walk around as tanks.
is it a board type game?
Yes, but it's a 6 foot by 4 foot board.
Okay.
So it's not, and that's if you're playing a standard size one. You can make the board bigger if you've got a bigger army. But for the size we play, a 6 foot by 4 foot does it easily enough. Especially because sometimes it can take hours if you're not familiar with your own rules.
Yeah.
I mean, the rule book itself's about that thick. And then you get an army rule book, and mine's about that thick. Joey's in the basement. Oh crap! I've got to scroll down. There we go.
Yeah,
How do?
Chat, bro. I've been here for like 5 minutes. I forgot.
I was watching the regular comments, private chat. You didn't put anything.
I didn't say anything. I just want to see how long I was down there for, and I had to say something after a while.
Oh.
He was so focused.
Well, he was
so focused on his craft, he couldn't even see, bro. He wasn't lying. He was not lying.
Yeah.
So, Laz, back in the day when I was in my teens, which is way before black and white was invented or color was invented, we played the original Dungeons and Dragons. I actually went to school, player school and dungeon master school. So we used to do all kinds of stuff. We used to make our own maps. We used to do all that stuff. It was all role play, all that stuff, man, back in the day.
Where is my DMs, guys? Speaking of which,
you got an original?
No, I've got a 5e at the moment because I run on a Friday. I run a D&D session for my family and my friend and his kid. So I've got a 5-person party that I DM for on a Friday. Speaking of which, they've just got some very nice weapons from a Dragon Horde, so I'm going to really up the encounter limit now. So they're going to meet some real nasties, nasties. No more little goblins and gnolls. They're going to start meeting gelatinous cubes and liches and
Blakes. Yeah,
I'm not that evil. I'm not throwing a Blake in there.
He's related. He's like a half dwarf, half troll. You know.
Well, I've got my partner's playing. I built the dwarf for my partner because it was a build I wanted to play myself. Just couldn't find a DM to do it. Is Eerie in the basement
right now?
Not a chance.
Oh, she said trapped.
Not
in the
a chance.
Not me.
Yeah,
Eerie, you're playing around now.
Yeah, Eerie would not come into the basement.
A goblin, she says.
Well, you could run a goblin. There are rules for being a goblin player character now. Quite good decks. And you get a nice rule that lets you deal extra damage to creatures that are bigger than you.
Yeah.
Because they've gone everybody's included now.
Yeah. They have gay goblins.
Yep. Essentially, they've gone down that route now, so you can play any of the monster. Well, not any of the monster races, but any of the medium-sized monster races. Whereas back when you was playing it in the original Gygax version, yeah, if you weren't playing a fighter, you were gonna have a tough time because he hated wizards. I don't know if you remember that far back, but playing a wizard in the original D&D, it was just not good.
Yeah, well, you don't really have wizards. You had elves and humans and dwarves and half elves, and then you had your whatever you were, like chaotic neutral good, chaotic evil. I mean, and then it was pretty simple. I mean, and then from there you rolled and you filled your strengths, your dexterity, all that stuff, all your attributes. And then
Now, is this before or after Gygax came over here and met Jackson to find out about the D20?
Oh, this is way before that. This is TSR Hobbies. Yeah.
Right. So we're going back to TSR.
Those guys
man.
actually, the authors of the books and stuff, actually came and they did classes. We used to go like once a week for like 4 weeks, like on a weekend, in the back of like a pizza parlor somewhere or some arcade, and they taught how to play the game correctly. You know, being a player and then actually being a dungeon master, which is pretty cool. So when you went back and you play with your friends, you know, you heard it from the horse's mouth, you know, how to actually play the game correctly. It took forever. I mean, it would take us a month to get through a game playing on the weekends.
Well, we've been playing now since just before Christmas. The party's only just reached level 6.
Wow.
And I was getting sick to death of throwing low-level monsters at them and them barely scraping through. So I wrote in a dead dragon thing that possessed one of the weapons, sent them on a small quest. So they got to find an abandoned dragon horde. And oh boy, was that the worst idea I've ever had. That was a really bad idea. Because essentially I give them all a free roll of like, roll some dice, and I just read off the treasure tables, and some of them are getting +3 magical throwing dwarf hammers and +3 scale mails, javelins that can shoot lightning, and 6.5 grand worth of paintings and statues, and God, it's like holy how am I going to balance this now? So yeah, for this Friday I've got to try and think of some way that's going to challenge it.
Now you need to like even it out on the other side, because of the creatures. Now you have to deal with, hey, since you won this, guess what happened in the world? The hit points and damage is harder on each of the other things. God, we're geeking out here. Holy shit.
It's 5-10 minutes. I understand one word you guys are saying right there.
I know.
So.
Done.
Yeah.
I know Joey's going to be like, I'm gone.
Joey's just trying to take notes, hoping that some of this is 40,000, just in case that Henry Cavill thing pays off.
Like, I'll take 300 gold.
If that does pop off and they get questions for you in the chat or something, I'll just fucking bring him full screen and let him talk, because I have no clue what it is.
You'll be lost, mate. It'll literally become our show from then. We'll just leave you in the corner because I will sit there and go, so why did you choose the Adeptus Custodes? And do you like the Balron? And what are you doing about the Primarchs? And
that's what I like trying to do, though. I like trying to find out like what that person's thing is that they're not known for, and, you know, poke at a little bit. You get them talking. People like that shit, you know?
Exactly, man.
I mean, you've got very rich lore for 40k, for Warhammer 40,000, sorry. I'm abbreviating it for those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about. A very, very rich lore. I mean, it's on, 9th edition now? Oh, Captain, hello. I didn't even see you come in there. Head down.
Captain right there, so too. When we start talking about football and shit, so that's probably exactly how they feel.
Yeah, so if you start talking about football, I'll be like, right, yeah, okay, I'll leave you talking for a minute, and I'll just carry on.
Well, there's a couple guys who do overseas football, you know, European football stream for like Premier League and shit. And I watch just to say hi, but I'm the same way. I can only stand there for like 5-10 minutes because I just don't know what they're talking about. I'm like, I mean, I know like basically what they're talking about, but I don't know other players and the teams, you know, shit like that. So it's like, you know, without studying it, I'd have to really learn it, you know.
In all honesty, since they started making black people stand down on the knees again, I've lost interest as well. I've not watched Premier League football since they started doing that. It's like, get up off your knees, for fuck's sake. Have some pride, hold your head up high. And a lot of people don't like that opinion from me, so.
Oh, there you are.
I usually. Who? What? JV, how do you, man?
Yeah, I was chatting with him on the side on Based
Oh,
on-
you cheating
on
on me, were you?
Side chick.
No, because yeah,
You're chatting with your side chick. And what'd you say? What'd your side chick say, bro?
but yeah, JV. Now we're gonna go live tonight, but there's not enough time right now, so we're gonna schedule a different day, which is okay.
No?
Yeah.
If I'm
I
interrupting,
think
man,
JV needs to
please.
do his advertisement too. So
Well, tonight is the State of the Union too, so like nobody's gonna be watching anything but that. Let's be real. So tonight's not a good night to go live, in my opinion.
yeah, how long before that
Doesn't
thing
affect
starts?
me.
It kicks off at 8, I think, 8 o'clock. So we got about an hour.
Okay.
8 Eastern. So we got about an hour from now.
Okay.
Oh, that's not too bad. I should be able to get one of these finished before you all fuck
That
off and
ought
leave.
to be a big, nice giggle tonight.
Well, see what he says. Hopefully, he doesn't say anything about COVID. And
Oh no,
hopefully-
he's cured it. It's now we're going to talk about World War III.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be funny-
It's the next thing.
He's going to call it World War II.
it'd be
He
funny
He's
to
going
watch,
to call it World War
I
II.
am
Yeah, World
turning
War II and a half.
evil. And he just presses a button. He's like, I am nuking all these places right now. He just launches a bunch of missiles live on TV.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
Yeah,
crap.
already in bed. He's in bed watching us. Wow, that's crazy. If I was in bed, I'd be like,
I
probably,
just hope you got your clothes on.
Yeah, I was thinking along similar lines. It's like, I dread to think what
Like
you're doing. Just keep them
PJ.
hands out of the covers, please.
Yeah. Give us 6 feet. Yep.
all right.
Although,
3:30, guys. What do you think?
I think you should go for a haze.
Hell
If
yeah.
you've got one available, if not, go for cookies.
Well, I pretty much got all this flour. I don't really have much in the line of edibles. All I got is them chocolate covered pretzels. I'm probably gonna sell those because those don't really do nothing for me. So
Yeah, and the other day you were showing you got what 3 ounces of stuff?
oh, dude, I'm sitting on.
I got fucking shitloads.
I got this ounce of screwdriver right here. This ounce of
And those are like I think I saw like 170 some bucks a piece.
well, this one was actually half off. This was only 90. There's a special on this one. It was only 90.
Oh,
So, and this one right here is an ounce of what the fuck is this one? You read this thing so small.
Are you so battered already that you can't even reach?
Oh, look how small the fucking print is on that, dude. It's insanely small, like really small. Like I couldn't read that if I tried.
I've not even got my glasses on. I can barely see the screen in front of me.
THC 16%. This one's not really as strong. What is this? Space. No. This one wasn't pre-packed. You had to fucking do this in front of me, so I'm trying to think what this one was called. Green Farm Detroit. Harvest date 1/10/2020. Activation time immediate. And this one doesn't even list the fucking screen name, but this one's called duct tape.
yeah, I heard about that one. You're saying
And let's see what else we got in here. We also got
What is that? Does that stick your ass to the couch by any chance?
it might. This one's Motor Breath. I've had Motor Breath many times. And this one is Apple Fritter. So that one should be pretty good too. I've had that a couple times before. And I still got some whatever the fuck that screen was from before. I threw away the original package. I think it was like Star Dog or some shit like that. I can't remember. I mean,
Yeah, I've
there's,
had
not,
Stardog.
there's not much
Stardog
difference.
was nice.
Not much differences in most of these, to be honest with you. I mean, you're smoking weed. I mean, some of them, I mean, like if you got a good one, it's really strong, you can kind of taste the melon. I mean, it's just like whatever. It's like drinking beer. I mean, you drink a beer, it's an 8% beer, it's an 8% beer. You know, it doesn't matter what's in it. Half the time, you still get the same amount of drunk.
Yep. It certainly does. Although I did manage to get a nice rip-off bottle of Bailey's today, which my partner was very happy about when I walked back through the door with it. She's the drinker, not me. So yeah, she was quite happy with that nice Irish cream.
yeah.
Always good.
I heard you had a fallout the other night. You fell off a chair or something?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't fall off a chair. I fell over the entire living room. I'll show you. I can do it.
Oh
with this
no,
camera.
you don't have to show me. You can explain it.
Right.
Yeah.
See that television?
Yeah.
That wasn't upright. The monitor wasn't upright. I fell straight into. Well, my desk is. Oh, this brown is solid metal. Well, it's metal. I went straight into that. The sofa over there, I ended up cracking a rib on when I fell into that. Straight over all the floor, kids' toys. I had to get a replacement party for my young gun because I just shattered that. I was in a bad way after that night. I did drink damn near a litre of straight liquor, but hey, that shit does that to you. So, PB.
Sometimes you gotta fall over, bro. If you don't fall over, you can never get up in life. So that's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Thank God, gravity works. Otherwise, you'd be floating all over the place.
Yep. It is a good job gravity works, but I wish it wasn't quite as effective as it was that night.
Oh, I've shattered ribs.
Well, the thing is, the camera was still on. So the microphone was still on, so everyone could hear what was going on in the background. I just had no idea where I was. Just heard my missus trying to usher me up to bed. She eventually got me onto the sofa, and that's when I woke up the next morning. I was like, I don't remember any of that. She's like, yeah, you got back onto the chair and you got back on the camera. You was assuring me you was okay. And it's like, then you fell off again. And then it's like, did I? I don't remember any of that bit.
Liquor will do that to you, man. God, man.
Especially when I'm not used to drinking.
Yeah, drinking will fuck with you, bro. You gotta smoke weed, man. It's way better for you, bro.
Isn't it just? But yeah, I was a heavy drinker in my younger days, so I try and stay clear of it pretty much now. I mean, I got the occasional.
JV says, I called an ambulance for you last. Did they ever show up?
You dialed the wrong number. You dialed 911. You should have dialed 999.
999.
999.
Shit, that reminds me. I've got to send you a link, JV. You'll buzz your tits off it. I'm not putting it on here because it's just.
It's already out there. You had the link on here for the whole time, bro.
No, not that link.
Oh,
I've got to send him a link to a video of a comedian that. Yeah, I'm not putting it on YouTube. The fact that it's even on YouTube is just this. The guy's got bigger balls than most people. He's called Frank Sinatra. So that should give you it's a piss take on Frank Sinatra.
What's up, Moose?
Hi, Moose. And we've got EB. I've got nobody else in the basement. That's good. So, well, not good. It just means I haven't forgotten or missed anyone.
Cuts his finger off.
Yeah, gone. Having to use it at full blade, it doesn't help. Really doesn't help. Just so I can get the straight lines.
So you're making all your
fingers, bro. It's good. Some of these guys doing this to me, they walking up here in the stream like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Three Finger Johnson and shit like that." You don't need that shit. You need all your fingers, bro. All 5 of them.
Yep.
Yeah, I've still got them at the minute, which is surprising for me.
It's hard to play guitar with 2 fingers.
You have to have a modified guitar and like some pedals and shit, like the guy from Def Leppard with the one arm who drums.
Yeah,
he's still good. You just have to
get Rick Allen. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you just got to reteach yourself on how to do it.
Did you see the guys on blind guys without arms playing guitar with their feet? Have you seen that?
I have not.
No.
Look it up.
No, I have not seen that.
I don't know if I can be that bored. I mean, basically what you described is it. I mean, after you tell me what they did, there's no reason watching it because I already know what they did. If you'd have been like, "Hey, check out this video," then I'm like, "Oh wow, there's a fucking blind guy playing the feet."
5 minutes of your life you can't get back watching.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be checking that one out either. Sorry, man. Although I did check out. Speaking of blind people, sorry, I now had to. No, I'm not going to make that one. That's too soon and too not nice. So no, I'll backtrack on that one a little bit. I actually like the guy. So, however, he's a good player.
Yeah.
What I was watching the other night. Yeah. He was a really good player. He really enjoyed the hell out of it. 5-6 videos that I watched of his. But yeah, too soon. And if I'm going to take the piss, I'd rather do it to his face.
Yep. I understand. So how long do you think it'll take you to make that
To make this?
Yeah.
Let's see how we're going so far. Started there, I've come round to that side. So I'm about getting to halfway around this piece, and this is the bigger of the two.
Okay. And they're
So
going to be like glued together, one on top of the other.
no, I'm going to keep them modular for storage purposes. Because if
Okay.
you start gluing this stuff on, then you've got to find somewhere that's that big to actually put the damn thing. If I can keep it like that, I can slot it into nice little areas.
Yeah.
Possibly fit some of it in my D&D drawers.
There you go.
I mean, it's ridiculous what I've got under the desk already as it is. I've got a box that's about what?
Mm-hmm.
1.5 by 2 foot wide, and then about a foot deep, and that's just full of little plastic soldiers. And then I've got another one that's next to it that's about 1 foot by 1.5 foot, and another foot deep that's full of more plastic soldiers. And then I've got my 2 foot by 6 inch deep one in the cupboard over there that's full of even more plastic soldiers.
Yeah.
Loads of sweet tins that are just full of even more. We have Captain, my chaplain, in the basement.
What's up, Captain?
You all right?
I actually clocked this one. I clocked this one.
How's it
Just
going?
as it came up. Not too bad,
Yeah,
Captain.
mate,
Not
bud.
too bad.
It's grand.
Yeah,
It's late. I'm only off
Absolutely.
for 5 minutes to hello, so.
I was gonna say you gotta be
That's
ready
fine.
for bed. I know you gotta work tomorrow. Shit, it's gotta be like midnight over there or some shit.
It's just after 12. I have to be up in about 6 hours.
9,
Oh,
10,
nice,
12,
nice.
yeah, it's
Yep.
12, 13, 12, 14 over there.
Yeah, and I'm back in the office
Bang
tomorrow.
on,
So
Josh.
You gotta get your hair. You gotta comb out your hair and beard and look good for the ladies in the office tomorrow, bro. Shit.
well, I don't know about look good, but look neat maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look much better when I had to wear a mask. So
Shave it.
You can still wear a mask. I mean, shit.
well, we'll see. Last year we episode where you fell and wrecked everything in the room. Was that night on Jeremy's stream?
Yep, that was that night on Jeremy's stream, although he's
Alright.
just said there apparently I wasn't the only one that was drunk that night.
Oh,
I
everybody's
just think
usually
I was-
drunk.
It helps. It helps you keep up, maintaining the nice level pace with everybody.
Well, if you're drinking on a stream, you're gonna drink twice to 3 times as much as you normally do drinking regularly, just because people just doing shots and they're drinking. It's being silly, and when you're talking, drinking's a social thing. You start talking, you start drinking more. So if you're on a stream, you're just by nature gonna drink a lot more. I smoke a lot more. Well, I guess my smoke is about the same, but like if I was to drink, man, fuck, it'd be a lot more on stream than it would be off stream. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's kind of like drinking at home versus going to the bar,
Right.
Well, I used to use smoking as a way to break up and slow down drinking, but I smoke outside.
Yeah, I don't
And
smoke.
if I'm on stream,
I smoked for 16 years and then chewed Copenhagen for another 10. I thought I was going to have to get on crack to get off the Copenhagen.
I've had to buy myself one of these little electric things just to, I don't even know if it's got anything left in it. It's just to try and trip my brain that something's going in there.
Yep. It's all oral. Oral fixation.
Oral's good. Oral's good. I won't turn oral down.
Now I'm hooked on these things, the little flossers.
Oh, I got fucking drawers full of those.
Oh,
things, bro.
what? It's like chew sticks and like
just-
instead of toothpicks.
Yeah, I used to do regular wooden toothpicks, but they splinter in your mouth.
Oh, those things are 10 times better. 10 times better.
But those keeps me from grinding my freaking teeth when I'm all stressed out when I'm working.
No, I couldn't be doing that. I need
I
a
was finding
cigarette every now
myself
and again.
raiding the fridge and getting fat,
I'll still do that anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I raid the fridge. I don't actually get fat for some reason. I've stayed 11.5 stone and I just don't know how.
Right.
Although it's better than what I was a few years ago. I was 9.5 stone. I don't know what that is in transferred over, but I was underweight.
Wow.
Sat on my ass. I stuffed my face stupid. I played a PlayStation and I lost weight. I went down from 18 to 9.5.
Your metabolism, man.
Yeah, but then I started doing not much different, and then I'm back up. Well, actually, no. I go with my missus and I started getting home cooked food. Then I started getting the weight back on.
Yeah.
Even though I do the cooking.
I don't eat much out. I don't go out much to eat.
No, I cook at home. Nice plate of veggies, some chicken, something else to go with it. Some pasta some nights. The kids don't seem to mind, and the missus is vegetarian, so I'm cooking about 3 different meals just to make sure that everybody's covered and they've got something healthy and something they're going to eat.
Of course. Especially when you got kids. I mean,
oh yeah, chicken nuggets and chips, and they're happy.
Yeah, it's
just making sure the green stuff with it.
While, you know, like being a grandfather, you know, we spoil our kids. We'll take them out to like, you know, a burger joint or something, but that's like rare. But like birthdays and stuff, sure, they get their pizza or chicken nuggets or macaroni and cheese. But I try to, you know, feed them good when they're over here. You know, my wife now will cook up a storm and make sure they're eating good when they're here, when they like stay the night or whatever, so they're not sick in the morning.
Just answering JB's question.
JB, yes, it does. As long as it's not cool. As long as it's not Cool Ranch, because ranch is a fruit.
Ranch is a fruit.
I'm Jeremy. I'm not naked. I might be in bed, but I'm not naked.
Fuck for that. Just keep those hands where we can see them.
You remember a wrestler called
hands where you can see them.
Hey, Captain, do you remember a wrestler called the Genius, Lanny Poffo? He used to come out with like a motorboard, like he was a college graduate. Macho Man.
Yes.
I interviewed him about 2 years ago, and when we did the interview, he was butt fucking naked. He's in bed just how you are right now, but he was fucking ass naked, and he had just a shield. He shows up for the interview. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know I was going to be on camera. Don't mind me." And it's like, "All right,
don't mind me.
Guess we'll do the fucking interview naked then."
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Wow.
Okay. Different anyway.
Yeah, he's wild, man. He moved down to Ecuador, actually. I follow him on Facebook. He sold his place in Florida, and he's living in Ecuador. Some condo right by the ocean or whatever.
Lucky fucker.
How the other half lives.
Ecuador is hot as fuck, so I don't know. I mean, it depends on what you want. It's called Ecuador because it's the equator. Because Ecuador is equator in Spanish, but it's up at like 15,000 feet. It's way up in the mountains, though, so it's not as hot as it would be if it was sea level. But fuck, that's some of the hottest places on Earth right there. Well, it's nothing hotter than the Middle East, I would say, but it's close.
I would not like to.
In Australia now, dude. There's a lot of hot places in the world, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, first time I ever went to Spain, I never wanted to go on holiday to somewhere sunny. I don't like the heat. But everybody always said, you go to Spain, it's different. It's a different sort of heat, and you run about in shorts and a t-shirt, and you're drinking, and you have swimming pools, and mostly naked women and stuff, and it's different. And I went to, where did we go? Gran Canaria. And at a fucking heat wave, it was like 45 degrees. So I don't know what that is in America. It was like 45 degrees.
It's over 100. It's like 110. When we were in Spain, they were saying it was 41 Celsius, and we looked up, it was like well over 100 degrees, which is like insane. But man, what you're saying about them Spanish chicks, bro? Oh my god, dude, they're so hot. We was down at the like Malaga, and there's a bunch of cities right in the coast there, and like the chicks can go topless, but like not every chick goes topless. So it's like, you know, you can find it. You know, you can find it in the sea and whatever. You can spot that shit. Me and my buddy were walking, and dude, out of the middle of the Mediterranean, there was like 4 chicks. They're all probably like 20s, early 20s, maybe even teens. They're hot as fuck though, and they're all topless. They're coming in. I was like, dude, wait right here. And they came running in from the ocean, titties bouncing everywhere and shit. And the one tackled the other one right in front of us, and she just fell on the ground. They're all laughing and shit. Their titties, oh my god! I looked at them. I was like, dude, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life right here in Europe. God, it was awesome, bro.
Sure, half the UK goes to Spain in the summer. You go over it, it's all fucking Irish and English and Scottish accents anyway.
Oh yeah,
but they're all away to get drunk and party, so it's great. But
Portugal was like that too, because Portugal's like right there on the same coast, and fucking Portugal was literally everybody spoke English. It was like there was nobody spoken any Portuguese. It was all English. Was ridiculous because like you said, all the fucking Brits were there for holidays and shit.
Oh yeah, they make a fortune out of us.
Magaluf was just paradise for a young man going away. You know, so it was brilliant. Anything you wanted to do. The only thing is, I still sort of wanted to go to a rock bar, and there weren't any. It was all dancey, shitty music, but my mate liked it.
All right.
I nearly drowned at a foam party. And only ever went to one foam party and trying to crawl out of it, could hardly breathe. And somebody thought it'd be funny to grab me by the ankles and pull me back into it again. And I wouldn't recommend that again. But
dude, I went to a foam party in Cancun. Hold on, I gotta find this picture. Stand by. Hold on. Foam party. Wait, I gotta go to my Cancun spring break 2020 or 2002. God, that was 20 years ago. Fuck, I'm so old. Right,
God, damn it!
Old, bro.
Old.
Fuck. All right, I gotta find this foam party picture. Hold on.
Around the time I was bouncing around Blackburn, bouncing my head off fucking concrete post because it was moshing away.
yeah,
Here, share that screen real quick, lads. This is a foam. Wait, hold on. I gotta get the right tab here. Hold on. This is a picture of a foam party in 2002.
Foam party.
I'm in the middle right there. That's my buddy Carlos. That's my buddy's wife, Kaini. And that was in, you can see all the foam there in the background and shit. It was raw, dude.
yeah.
It was fun.
Wonder what
That
it's
was
holding on
much fun
to.
as it.
Now, if you ever get a chance, dude, you got to go on my Facebook, go into my albums, and then check out the Cancun Spring Break 2002 album. There's a lot of titties on that album. It's fucking sweet.
I'm going to do it when the missus isn't around.
Blakey here.
See, that was always quite weird. We went Magaluf. It's all dancey, sort of young hip happening music that I mostly hate. But the last time we were there, I knew it was going to be our last holiday. Because the mate was engaged at that point, and knew he wouldn't be allowed to travel again. The two of us pissed out of our head in our apartment, on the balcony with Frank Sinatra blaring, singing along to Frank Sinatra. And then when the song finished, we realised there was like 3 apartment blocks around us. Everybody shut the fuck up, just listening to us. Fucking people thought there was about 20 of us in our apartment. But absolutely brilliant.
That's great, man. That's great.
Fly me to the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love me some Sinatra, dude. Sinatra's he's one of the best. He's one of the best singers of all time. He's really good, man. Really good Sinatra. They play him at every wedding. Every wedding they play Sinatra, bro.
Not every wedding.
Unless you tell the DJ, don't play
Well,
Sinatra.
he does bar mitzvahs too, so.
I want to get back to Spain, dude. Spain was fucking fun, bro. We should go to Spain, man.
So I've been to Barcelona. I was back in the 80s, Joey.
Barcelona. I was gonna go up to Barcelona, but I was like, yeah. I was over there for a month and a half almost, because I was on orders. We were at Morón Air Base, Spain, which is it's about 45 minutes outside Sevilla. And so we just drove all over that whole bottom coast, man. We saw all that Mediterranean. It was so fucking fun, bro.
It's so fun. Yeah, I was stationed in Germany for 2 years, so there were a bunch of us that had motorcycles. We just toured every 3-day weekend. We were freaking out, man.
That's the way we had. We finagled the schedule because there's literally nothing going on, dude. All we were doing was getting the in-transit aircraft that were coming in from like the East Coast bases, like in Charleston and shit like that. They're building those MRAPs. And they're putting like 3, 4, 5 on a plane up at a time, just sending them.
Max. Yeah,
it was right at the peak of the surge, like 2006. So we were just in this. What they would do, the C5s would come and land. We would just bring the crew some water and just send them out. That was it. There was nothing. We take their trash wherever they needed, stuff like that. But we had nothing else. There was only like fucking 2 of us that ran the terminal because the rest was a contracted, Spanish guys. So like we worked the schedule. We only would get 1 or 2 planes a night. Sometimes we didn't get any planes, So like what we did was we worked the schedule to where everybody would have 3 days on and 3 days off. So it was a great fucking schedule, dude. Oh, it's perfect.
Cool.
That was the best trip I ever had, man. That was one of the best trips ever. I wish I would have done 4 months over there. Only did a month. I should have done 4. For everything George W. Bush did, he gave us a lot of cool trips. Okay, I'll tell you that. I went more places than the Bush than anywhere.
Yeah, we Mac flight a lot too. Not from Germany. When I was back stateside, we used to Mac flight everywhere.
That was my job right there. Now it's called AMC. Back then it was Military Airlift Command. Now it's Air Mobility Command. So yeah, exactly.
$10 to go across the country.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
That's a bargain.
I can still do that because I'm retired.
Sideways, I'm former airborne, so I'm used to sitting sideways on the plane. You're not sitting forward, you're sitting sideways.
Troop
But
seats.
yeah, sitting sideways on the plane with a bunch of cargo next to you, other people that are like going from one place to the other.
Well, if you're on a 130 and it's not terribly packed, it's actually a good flight, dude. Because you could go to sleep in the seats, you could get up, walk around. It's fun. But if you're on an assholes to elbows flight, that shit sucks. When we went to, because like when you go to the desert, you go to Iraq, you got to go to Qatar first. There's a big base in Qatar. It's called what is that called? LUD Air Base, a real big air base in Qatar. And so everybody flies, from usually to Germany, and then Germany to Qatar, and then from Qatar you go downrange to where you're going. You take
we went to Bahrain and. Yeah.
So we went from obviously Qatar to Kirkuk, Iraq, and you come in and you land. Like I forgot where I was going with the story. What were we talking about right before that? I totally forgot.
Just Mac flighting to
the 130.
Oh, the 130s.
Yeah. 130s. Yeah.
When you're coming in, they put you in there so fucking tight that you're locking knees. You're sitting in a thing like this. Like one guy is sitting like this, the other guy's sitting like this. Your knees are locking. That's all, there's literally like about this much leg room. So imagine 10 inches of leg room with two people. It's not comfortable, bro.
And then you have to get up and go to the bathroom?
Oh yeah, on that flight, you're not going to the bathroom. You got to wait till you get off. You
better pee before you go.
Oh, you got to. And then you take off. When they come in, they do those combat takeoffs. So they go in like this, and then they go straight up, dude. And a 130 going straight up, and you're sitting sideways, that shit will fuck you up, bro. It really fuck you up.
And what are you, 6'2", 6'3", Joey? About that was not
cool. Joey's not a small person.
I hit my head and shit. It's crazy. Man. I do not miss those 130 flights, bro. Shit.
I jumped out of a ton of those fucking planes.
Nice. Oh, did you ever? Are you rated by the VA, Thrash?
No. I need to go in and I need to redo my paperwork because I really need surgery on my knees.
For that shit, dude. You were airborne. You were saying, right? That's presumptive for knee conditions. You can easily get this shit taken care of, man.
Yeah, I know. I just need to do it. I'm just a lazy.
Chop. You can do that right now, bro. Get on VA.gov. Click file a disability claim. You can save your date for today. Well, you got unless the first of the month, so it doesn't really matter. But before the end of this month is out, I want you to go to VA.gov and click on that file. It's called an intent to file. You ain't got to file the whole thing. At least save the date for March, so that way, if you get any back pay, it starts with this month and it goes forward. There's probably gonna be some back pay. If you whatever, if you get those issues come from the army and shit like that. We used to get some tax-free money every month coming in, brother. You need that shit. Trust me.
Yeah, I had a real bad experience with the army doctors cutting on me. So I've had 2 surgeries since I've been out in the civilian world, and I haven't. I'm gonna get another one scheduled because I get cartilage and bone spurs in my joint in my knees.
Right.
Dude, my legs will lock up. I can't fucking walk.
Right.
I hear you on that one. That is not nice.
And when you get the VA healthcare is so good, dude. It's really some of the best healthcare out there. I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, despite what they say, I mean, there's bad stuff that happens in every bureaucracy, but
yeah,
I mean, it's the VA really is a good agency, dude. It really is. It helps out so much. It really does.
I know it is.
I mean, it's got a lot of pointless bureaucracy right now. But what are you gonna do? I mean, we were at the president's whim there for the last term and then this term, and nobody knows what's going on. So it's like, I don't know.
Right.
Because it's like they get all this stuff going, and it's like everybody's going to home. Everybody's full work at home now. It's like, okay, that's fine. But it's like, I haven't seen some coworkers in 2 years now. What are they going to do? It's going to be a huge issue going back to the office for a lot of people. You get used to working in your sweatpants or working naked or whatever,
Social anxiety is not going to be good for them either.
Actually, for me, it's going to be a fucking block party. Because you know how me, I'm a social fuck. But dude, I'm loud, bro. I'm so used to being loud during the workday. Like I'm always listening to YouTube or fucking bumping music. I mean, I got to be quiet as a fucking snail, dude. There's no way. I'm so loud. They got to put me in an isolation chamber or some shit because I'm so loud. I've gotten 10 times worse since I was there before. I used to get yelled all the time for how loud I was, bro. It's going to be ridiculous now to go back to the office.
I'm the exact
they're just going to lock you in a room.
I'm an anti-social fucker. And
really?
I really struggle
Never
with people.
Guessed.
So even when I go into the office, I try and keep myself to myself as much as possible. I really need to get to know people before I can fucking talk to them,
Right.
I'll talk to any fucker.
No, I can't do it. I see small talk, I see putting me in a room with people. I just can't do it. It's just not me. I don't have it in me. So I'd rather play with my dogs than meet people.
I've gone from talking weed with Joey to D&D with Thrash, and then I'm talking music with JV the other night, and I'll talk movies with anyone.
But this is slightly different for me. I have to realize. Remember, I stalked you people for about a year in the chat before I finally come up.
Yeah.
So
And
it's sort
look
of
at you now. Now you're laying in bed naked.
half naked.
Not alive.
Yeah, I just thought I'm in bed, so I just thought I'd show you where absolutely no magic happens. So
Where no magic happens.
Imagine a girl that next to that bed, and that's
The
where
greatest show on earth.
Biden to announce ban on Russian aircraft from U.S. airspace. Okay, so we got some more stuff popping. It says.
well, that's what the rest of the world did that about 2 days ago. So,
But it's gonna be awkward too, though, dude. Is because like people know about the show, and technically you're not supposed to smoke weed if you're a federal employee. And I smoke weed all the time on the screen, but I guess all my Facebook posts are public about smoking weed too, so it really doesn't matter at this point.
even when you have medical, you have the medical card, they don't care.
No, well, technically, because federal employees, because it's a federally illegal drug, it's a state card, so it's like, but yeah, they seriously don't give a fuck. I mean, they really don't care. They know it's. I've heard through my buddies who work for the attorney's office, they're working the next couple of years. They're probably gonna legalize it on a federal level. They're getting ready for it, so it's probably gonna pop soon. That's why they don't care.
It's only a matter of time now.
Oh yeah, I'm just kind of ahead of my time a little. I kind of hedge my bets. I mean, is there a risk? Sure, but they're not fucking saying anything.
Joey's setting a standard for the federal level.
Right.
Well, I know
look at the federal standard right here, baby. I got the ID card just like everybody else. See right there? Look at that dress. I put a wear Browns jersey in my fucking
Yeah, I was gonna say you wearing a Browns jersey.
Isn't that great? I got away with it.
Oh, that's funny. Don't smile.
We weren't allowed to smile, dude. We were not. They said you can't smile, so that's why
you can't smile, man.
The best I can get away with is that sucks, dude, because I'm a smiling fuck, bro. I love smiling.
You know why? Because all the face recognition stuff.
Exactly.
No one's smiling when they're walking through an airport or a train station.
That's very true.
I'm angry as fuck.
I never would have thought of that.
Yep. It's crazy when you think about it.
What's weird is I was in intelligence for 4 years in the military, and then I currently work for a company that uses Big Brother software. A lot of our stuff is call recording, call management. We got a lot of like face recognition, cyber terrorism, and all this stuff that we have, and the shit's deployed everywhere in airports everywhere. Yeah. And it's like, God, man, I can't. It's weird.
I can't walk out of my door. I walk out of my door. I am on the camera.
You just always remember that. No matter where you go, you can't get away with shit anymore.
They don't do that.
Or your car, your license plate, anyone that you talk to or do anything with, you're going to be recorded unless you're out in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Well, and the UK is different than here, though. They got CCTV all over the place. They are monitoring like the streets and shit. We don't got that here. Privacy advocates will not let that shit fly in the States. We are very particular about our privacy, bro. Like, even check this out. We got a lot of guns over here, like with the firearms and whatnot. The ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. The database of guns, there's no actual digital database. It's all kept on paper. So, like, you say you went and bought a gun right now, they'd fill out a paper thing.
That you know of.
Yeah, right. There might be a regular base. But officially,
how long does it take to scan that shit in?
Officially, it has to still be on paper. And it's weird, too, because up until 2009, the agency I worked for, the Veterans Benefits Administration, was all paper. They finally just got totally digital like 3-4 years ago. And the retirement board, like the MSRB, or like if you're a federal employee, you retire, the guys who process those applications, it's still all paper, and it's done like one place up in Pennsylvania, like some old mountain silo or whatever. It's crazy how they keep because if they made it all digital, all those jobs would go away. So they just keep it paper. They still got the jobs.
Yeah. We're the most camera nation in the world.
Yeah, no, China's probably worse now, lads, to be honest. But China's got cameras every fucking 50 feet on their motorways and things like that. So,
but so have we. We've also got everybody in the house has got their own personal CCTV looking out in front of the car, so no fucking vandalizes at night. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I live on that small square. 4 cameras, and I have to walk out my door. 4 cameras watching me, and they're not any agencies, they're not any businesses. These are private CCTV cameras.
Exactly. But the thing don't have it as much. Everybody has like an Alexis or a Google or or something in their house too, where you're trying to. I don't care what people say. That shit, if it's connected to the internet, it can be fucking hacked, dude. That's
I'm sure
just
they proved your phones and that your Alexis and your Siri all's listening to you. Sure, they've
all of
proved
this,
that now.
all of it.
Yeah.
my PC's
It is
grass and
scary how
cheap.
close we're getting to the Minority Report. I mean, that was about 15 years ago, that film.
Yeah, 2004, I think. Yeah, it was a great movie. Great movie. By the
Oh,
way.
fantastic movie,
yeah.
but individual ads and all that there, and they're getting that way now. So you look, if you talk about something on stream or on the phone, next thing the advert for it pops up on your fucking
You got it.
your feed, and
They're
that's
all
no
sharing
coincidence.
everything. Everything shares everything. Oh,
Yeah,
I think
it's like this. It's like this, True. While this all does happen,
go buy some tires for my car. Watch, in 2 minutes, I'll go over on like Facebook, and there'll be an advertisement for freaking tires.
right? Let's take a minute to talk about Prilosec. Now, Prilotech OTC can help you out. I say that, and fucking 10 minutes later, you're gonna see their ad in Golf Digest and in your Facebook feed, bro. It's proven.
Right.
Especially in Messenger. If you start talking about shit in Messenger, they don't monitor everybody's conversation to a T. They don't have that kind of manpower. You know how many people use Facebook? There's over 1 billion Facebook users worldwide. I send at least 1,500 messages out a day. You're talking fucking 40 billion messages every day, probably. They ain't got time to look at that shit. But there is keywords that get triggered. If you say shit like Prilosec OTC, you're going to get ads for Prilosec OTC, your stream.
Yes, so there used to be a test you could do even if you sent an email. If you actually sent an email, let's kill the president. And you,
just even saying that here.
Yeah, and you recorded how long it took to... It's okay. It's not my stream. So.
No, some fucking completions from a door now. Thank you.
MI6 comes up blasted through Laz's door. We're MI6. We're here with the threat from the President of the United States. Come with us here, Laz.
But that was a test used to do. Used to time an ordinary email and then the time one when you put in certain keywords. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of the devil, look at the Russians are showing up in the chat now. Look at this.
Yeah, we'll watch I can't
go as well. Laz, you need to make me a moderator. I can help with that.
See, I can't see the chat.
JV's a moderator.
Like
well, I've just
I don't think JV's anyway. There anymore.
I've got rid of him.
Yeah, he is. Hello.
See, when I'm sitting watching my iPad, I don't see the chat.
Lydia Cervandax.
Don't give a shit. She ain't there no more.
You need a refill. I'll be right back. Let me put this out there.
All right. That's
Lydia Shishua Good Looks was blocked.
Yes. She was also shut the fuck up and deleted.
I can send the message on WhatsApp yesterday with some guy claiming that he changed his Tinder profile to Ukraine, and all of a sudden he'd all these gorgeous Ukrainian women wanting to come and visit him in the UK. He says, look at all these pictures. He says, I'm barely a 6 and all these fucking honeys want to come and visit me now.
Dude, I used to get those, but it was from East Africa, West Africa all the time, because I could tell a Nigerian name from a while away. What I do is I would bring it up on my. They would change the name to Lydia Johnson or whatever, but they would use the fucking African naming convention, so the request would come from Johnson Lydia, so it'd be completely fucked up. And then for two, you go up and look at their profile, it'd be like Johnson Lydia, and then the name on the thing would be like Facebook.com/Babatunde Okanawu. It's like, okay, and then you scroll back and it's like pictures of him. It's like they don't even try. Like, get fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah. Sorry,
closing you down. No, sorry, I need a better view of what I'm actually doing for a moment. How do I make that bigger? Solo layout, there we go. Right, I can actually see this shit now. Oh, is it just going to be
cool.
There we go.
That looks good.
So yeah, I see a big blank spot though, right there.
That's what she said.
That's just when she's talking to me. It's like, well, no, that's not too bad actually.
Cool. Yeah, it looks great.
If my fucking camera would focus, you son of a bitch.
No, it is.
My desk doesn't. My desk looks a fucking mess. But that's coming along. That's coming along. But I'm only going to do that one tonight. I've got to still try and figure out what the fuck I'm going to do with the color scheme.
You got a hockey puck?
I wouldn't recommend playing with that. fall to pieces as soon as you slap it with any kind of stick. And then
It turns
yeah,
to snow.
yep, just slush and mush on them. Right, yeah. So I need to dry brush those fuckers. So I'm going to call it night off this one because it's now getting to 1 o'clock. I've got a toddler up in the morning, and that one took a hell of a long time to do. Fuck me, that was just not a nice one. That was not a nice one. Let's take that off solo if we can. Again, thank you very much. There we go. Might as well see the people that have been gracious enough to join me and basically talk while I just cut into these things.
Yep.
And make up the entire stream and hopefully make it a lot more interesting than just my boring ass looking down at a piece of fucking polystyrene with a knife in my hand. Which I'm sure I'm going to get reported for.
It's all right.
Mental health issues.
Right, for that last comment you said, nobody understood what you said, so you're not going to report for the last one because you were very English in your...
Nobody ever understands what I say.
Yeah, we do.
No, but
You just don't
you
listen.
do because you cheeky fucker. You do listen. I just don't choose to talk very much because, yeah, concentration is more important at this moment in time. But
He's got
that's looking good.
U.S. intelligence agency zeroing in on Putin's state of mind. He's gone off the rails, being called erratic and different. So he's losing his mind, bro. How old is that guy?
78.
Who, Putin?
73.
Yeah, he's just getting on a
He's
bit.
still in his 60s, I think, ain't he?
73.
Is he really? There's
Biden?
no way. Hold on. This guy looks like
Fucking hell.
He's
Are you
much
talking
more
Biden?
with it than Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, I think, is 73.
Joe Biden's 7. Oh, yeah, Putin's 69. His birthday's October 7th, 1952.
That's what it is. Midlife crisis. He realized he's not getting a 69. Now he's 69. He ain't gonna get one. So he's
That's
gonna
right.
go.
He can't turn around.
No,
Well, that's funny. That's funny.
it does worry. I hope this thing blows over, but it really does worry me that it spreads.
I mean, if
Well-
they cut off the oil, dude, there's a lot. We get a lot of oil from Russia, bro. A lot of heating oil, especially.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, let's put sanctions on them, but we'll still buy, so many freaking barrels a day from the Russians.
In all fairness, I don't know how you feel about it over the pond, but it's getting a little too close to home for me. It's like, it's puckering up a little bit. Just like shit. If you go anywhere near Belgium, we're fucking going in there, and we're well within.
Hey, in Belgium, Poland
Right.
to Nero.
Doughboys coming back out, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
British Doughboys.
still, that is not that far away.
I'm going to volunteer as a social media liaison to fuck with their websites. My feet are too fucked up to go out there and actually do anything over there. So I'll just get online and be a troll and learn some Russian.
I was over there when the wall was up. So the Fulda Gap was the big deal over there, where if they were to invade, they would have come through that area. We were right there, man. It was crazy.
Oh, fuck, man.
Crazy freaking times in the mid 80s, man.
If it came to it, I don't think Russia could stand toe to toe with NATO. The difference is
they won't.
Russia, but NATO doesn't have enough equipment and troops in mainland Europe anymore. Russia has troops there and equipment there, and there's always the old thing about they all speak with one language, they all speak with one voice. That was, you remember, I mean, the Allies World War II was one of the problems the Allies had going through Italy. Fucking 16 or 18 different nations, and they accommodate different religions and languages, all the rest of it. But
war is different now, though, too.
I know, but
the armies and everything are totally different. Where you don't have to have troops on the ground much anymore. You don't. You got moving artillery and tanks and stuff coming in. I mean, they're gonna drone and freaking cruise missiles.
UAV.
Yeah, they could put a big ass fucking aircraft carrier off the coast there and just fucking blast away. I mean, it would
Submarines, everything.
The U.S. has 75% of the world's weapons. That's insane when you think about it. But when it comes down to it, we can obliterate anything in a matter of seconds. It's just obviously
not from.
Yeah, you still owe us money for that.
This is not the nuclear portion of it, but the conventional portion of it.
Right. Conventional weapon.
But if depending on how Putin's freaking frame of mind is, if he launches a fucking nuke, but here's the thing: people are really worried about that, but you have to really think about it. Would he do some sort of a nuke, even if it was minor, into Ukraine? I don't think so, because he's trying to take over territories that they had before. You wouldn't be able to live in that area. It's kind of like living in Chernobyl, the area of Chernobyl and all that. You know what I mean?
Took Chernobyl.
I don't think it's really viable. I don't think his generals allow him. I think there'd be a coup before that would happen. But for the rest of the world, if he wanted to launch a fucking ICBM to, Britain or Ireland or United States of America, who knows? Who the hell knows where this guy's mind is right now? He's a private guy. He's calculating. I hear he's a, you watch the interviews. I watched one with like Condoleezza Rice, who was states underneath Bush, Junior. And she was saying when she met him, this guy is like a very calculated, cold person. It's one of those you can't really trust person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has got Asperger's, and those people, they are quite. My cousin's got it, and he's very there's something about it. It's just like, you're not quite on the same level as everyone else. You're almost above and below at the same time, if you know what I mean. You work on so many different levels.
He's also 22 years in charge with nobody
exactly
being able to hold him to account. I mean, Boris here can be held to account. Biden hopefully will be held to account for being a useless cunt. But
but we didn't hold Blair to account, did we? They've got big weapons. Let's go raid them.
I don't mean. Yes, but he eventually lost power. He didn't.
Who needs a spanking?
Or Labour did.
One of those guys that goes out there without a shirt on, riding a horse, acting like he's all big and bad.
Yeah,
and he's one of those guys that just needs to be fucking smacked hard, really hard, to be put in line, because he thinks he's all that, and that was 20 years ago when he was doing that stuff. Yeah. Taking his shirt off, riding a horse, trying to be Mr.
Peyton wrestling a bear and shit.
Yeah, it's like, what? Who the fuck are you?
He's the president of fucking Russia.
Yeah,
and that's a very big fucking title.
Yeah, but the toys the West have would decimate Russia if they really wanted to unleash him. It's whether or not he then goes, okay, then fuck you, and hits that big red button. That's the thing, and you're right. I mean, the equipment that NATO has is pretty much the best in the business, and it usually is cutting edge compared until the Chinese steal it and try and copy it, and they normally fuck it up and do it on the cheap, and and the Russians, yourself, the Russians never really developed their own. They use spies to take everything. So
yeah,
but the man's a lunatic.
In the Cold War. Go ahead.
I think I've lost control of this a little bit. How did a nice little hobby stream turn into what the fuck's going on in Russia?
It's what we all have in common right now.
Well, it's like this, bro. You got to address the elephant in the room. I mean, if there's a giant elephant in the room going brr, brr, you got to talk about it. I mean, it's just there.
Yeah, but we didn't let Blake up.
It's true.
Well, Blake's probably taking a nap.
Blake's drinking his Windex, just chilling in that little.
Yeah, drinking his Smurf blood juice.
Yeah.
Concoction.
Like, the fuck you get blue liquor in 2024? What the fuck is this? The 90s?
Blake's house.
Right?
Yeah.
Blake has a fucking 15 giant drums of fucking blue liquor from the 90s in his basement. He just brings it up and drinks it.
Yeah. You get 100 yards from Blake's house. It's a time warp.
Yeah. He's bad.
It looks like Roseanne. It's like we were watching Roseanne. We were watching Blake's, like the original Roseanne back in the day.
He's buying the cheapest vodka you can buy too.
Squirrel always says, if you take those pictures off the wall, you're gonna see all the smoke stains from all the cigarettes have been over there.
I've seen shit like that. My grandma's was like that. That was horrible.
My wee room. As you've seen, my cousin walks through sometimes in JV Street, walks through behind me. I have a wee room in there. He comes up and keeps it in mine on the weekend, but he sits in. He would probably smoke more than Joey.
Wow.
And that room, I've just written it off now because just the walls are just everything's just smoke and I say, okay, you stay in there, you smoke in there and stay to the road.
Stay away.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I don't smoke in the house because nicotine gets in everything.
Then you got kids and
it's just
Kids
it's horrible.
Yeah,
it's absolutely disgusting stuff. He says, making a flash fucking thing again.
But yeah, I just want to make one more point.
Go on.
Mutual assured destruction. Those 3 words there. I don't think Russia. It's not that they wouldn't have the balls. They wouldn't be stupid enough to launch a nuke.
Yeah. It's a no-win situation for everyone.
You have to look. There's so many countries now that are nuclear capable. And it would be the end of everything. So what's the point? That's
what you've got.
That's
you've got us, you've got Iran, you've got Russia, you've got China, and that's just 5.
Yeah.
But in
Putin's head, could he think that if he fires one, everybody else will go, shit, he is mad, don't, we need to back off?
I think that there would be, you have to understand that there are always people on the inside of the other side. There's always a spy. There's always someone that is kind of close to the capes. You know what I mean? Where if something like that was to happen and there was like a rumor going on, there would be intelligence about it. It would be picked up. You would see things heating up, especially from a lot of the satellite stuff that goes on. You can't shoot down a damn satellite without something going up to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We still fly U-2 spy planes.
Yeah.
But a lot of it can be countered right now. But if something was to move where Putin was going to make that move, I think there would be some sort of a coup that would happen. There would be an inside regime that would take his head off. Seriously.
Right. Well, that's another thing people don't take into account is that these guys aren't robots. These Russian soldiers aren't robots. They're only going to do so much.
Yeah.
If you have them going out there indiscriminately killing people who they may be related to, maybe, pretty much their comrades in a former life, it gets to you after a while. They're not going to be able to do that for much longer, dude.
Yeah, well, funny you should say that.
I'm not a JV. I'm not. But no. I'm not live streaming that fucking speech. I'm going to bed.
I only heard today about there was a Russian submarine commander during the Cuban Missile Crisis who refused. He was ordered to fire because there was a false report that the Americans had fired missiles.
Yeah.
And he was ordered to fire, and that would have started, but he refused. He says, I'm not doing it. And I only heard that today for the first time.
Fucking hero.
The order was given to do it. So.
That takes a lot to ask of somebody to do that. Like, do you really want to be the guy who's responsible for destroying humanity? Fuck no, I don't. I'm not doing that shit, so nobody's going to do it.
Your boat's 90 miles off of fucking Florida, and you're asking him to freaking take out every major city along the freaking eastern seaboard of America.
See, you're probably right, because there was a study done. Apparently, they reckon at Vietnam there was a very small minority of soldiers that actually did the majority of the killing. An awful lot of the conscripts and that just literally weren't firing their guns, and unless somebody jumped into their trench to kill them.
Right.
I suppose that's why they try and dehumanize everybody now. I mean, you've been through the military, and I don't know what it's like. I only ever see it on TV. But they try and dehumanize the enemy and all the rest of it. But it didn't work in Vietnam, according to that study.
Well, nowadays, dude, people are more hearts and minds than ever, dude. The world's so connected. Like, if you see a tragedy, you see on the TV in 2 seconds on Twitter. It's, it just happens. It's a different world than it was back then. Like, the government doesn't control of information like they used to.
No, it doesn't.
It's totally different. I feel
sorry for the poor fucker who flew in all the guy. I bet he got fucking going over. If you remember that plane?
Which one?
Yeah. The guy dropped the nukes. Yeah, but
those guys are presumptive for radiation poisoning, all that stuff. All those guys, most of them are either dead or well in their 90s now. I think the average age of World War II vets like 94 now or some shit. It's crazy old. Because think about it, if you had to be like 17 and the war ended in 1945. So if you were 17 in 1945, how old would you be born at like 27 maybe? So you could be at least 95. Fuck, that's old.
Coming up to the 100.
Well,
now,
not only
definitely.
that, so a lot of them served in World War One. Hey,
it's like TV. Somebody always turns up at the end, don't they? Somebody always turns up at the end.
That's all right. It was Erie. Now it's Blake.
Yeah, first Erie. I don't know where Erie's gone. I'm assuming she's gone home to get food.
I've won something on the lottery. I've got an email saying I've won. I can't find out in the morning until I log in, but it'll be a lucky dip, or it'll be like £2.50 or something. But
a free beer.
You don't even get the free. You don't even get a free beer from them. It's basically here's a free go again for next week.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's if you're really, really lucky. Unless you're in the right postcode. If you're in the right postcode, you can get it. But I'm going to be calling it off here now because
no problem. I'm going to go
1
watch
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I'm going to go to bed.
Probably like the first 5 minutes, and everyone else is going to tune out. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure he's going to be. This guy cannot talk. He's gone.
He's just going to sit there talking about badgers and how his knees are still working. And then,
you know what? There's no more masks. You know what? The rest of the world's going to follow. No more mask mandates. You know,
I mean, we did that last week.
Everyone's a virgin again. You know.
Yeah.
That's right.
I am the Messiah.
Praise the Lord Biden, right?
Oh
yeah. He the man is a fool. There's no doubt about that. So.
All right, man. I love you guys.
Right. Most popular president voted in history. Remember that.
Hey, can I get my own machine? Oh God. Can I get my own vote machine? My own vote machine?
I want one of them. I'll run for president if I get one of them. 14 billion votes. I'll be in straight in power. Yeah.
Right. 2 a.m. in the morning. Flip flop.
All right. Oh, I'm going to time mine for 2:05 just to make sure I beat you.
Yeah, just before we go, Lars, what I've come to realize is when you're watching somebody on live, when it gets to the end of it, instead of the thing on YouTube ending, it just loops the last 5 seconds, which is really weird, right?
Yeah.
So I fell asleep the other night when because I was just I chatted a wee bit, and I thought I'd let it play, let you get the viewing hours. But I woke up about 3 hours later, and I could just hear you said goodbye over and over again. It was really, really freaky. So you sort of wake up and it's just sort of yeah. It's bad enough that Blake over my head. Now I've got you. So right, I'm way to sleep.
See you later.
See you at some point.
See you later, Captain.
See ya.
Well, I'll say see you later to Joey when he comes back. Thank you all for joining me.
Right.
And
no bother.
I still got all 10. Despite the fact that I'm starting to lose.
I've got all 11 still. We're grand. Right. We'll see you later.
That's what that water does. See you in a bit. Thank you everyone for joining me. Cheers, Blake. Sorry you was late. I would have loved to have had you up, but yes, I'm going to have to go to sleep. Have a good night. Enjoy watching Biden making a complete ass of themselves, and let's hope that no big buttons get pushed, especially not by me, because I would push the fuck out. Can't be asked anyway. Fuck it. Which one does this one do, and where does it launch it to? Yeah, that'll do. Fine. Let's have some fun and make a checkerboard and plan it. It'll be hilarious. Just see what happens. You all have a good night. See you later.